Welcome to Braunhaven. We'll be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are leaving the dwarven capital of Zolotoheim, way up in the Schelus Mountains, and I believe they're heading towards the eastern slopes of the mountains, searching for the lost mines of Drothumstone. Before we get started, we would like to thank one of the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. Today, we would like to thank Speechless Bard. She makes leather products for your tabletop role-playing games. Oh, we lost Brian. Or lost Wes. Shit. Um, she makes leather products for your tabletop role-playing games, which is always fun to say. Um, She's not like Spartacus or anything, but she does like leather covers for your core rule books. She's if you like to show off your geeky side, she has a line of leather bracelets with the dice shapes cut out on them. She has a leather rolling mat that looks like a spell scroll when it's rolled up, and she does all of the customization and artwork by hand. She's an amazingly talented artist, and she actually takes that one step further, and she actually picks out the leather swaths by hand. She doesn't order in bulk. If you are going to order a product from her, be sure to give yourself a little extra time. This is especially true if it's going to be a gift, because she is over in the UK, so it can take a little bit of time to cross the pond. We have our own merch store. If you want to help us out with all the nitpicky little subscriptions like Roll20 and mapping software and all the stuff that allows us to do what we do. We have a merch store over on Zazzle. We've got hoodies and we've got T-shirts and we've got buttons and there's a fleece blanket and a beer stein, and there's actually going to be a new hoodie coming up. I need to devote a little bit of what little time I have this next week designing the hoodie for the nose art of the Desenex, the scout ship from our Friday night Deep Night Revelation campaign. But right now, the newest hoodies on the site are character portraits from the characters in today's game. And they are black hoodies with a black and white character sketch of each of the characters. So if you want to help us out, we appreciate it. Go get yourself a hoodie and a button, and we appreciate everything you do. I have finished writing work on Tascadenta's Tantalizing Tower. I am now about a third of the way through proofreading and editing round one, and then the next part of that will be using InDesign to lay it all out so that it can go to print, and then it will go through editing again because that always screws up the table of contents, and it's not a bad idea to proof twice. And then it can go, at that point, it can go to the printers, and I can order a proof copy. So, hooray! I think the next book I'm working on, and I'm going to be reworking some stuff. Um, so the next book that I'll be working on will be a treatise of magic and spells. And so there's going to be a bunch of spells from first edition D&D and several spells from other editions as well, such as like Guiding Bolt will be in there, and um, there's a couple of others, and some of our custom spells, of course, will be in there as well. And and I'm also going to include in that some custom magic items that will have that you can pepper into your game, and also I will include rituals for all of the classes. Like there will be cleric rituals and druid rituals and witch rituals, etc., etc. And so, like some of the rework, there was a spell from first edition called Consecration, and there's several of these spells. So, Consecration allows you to consecrate grounds for like building a temple or a church. Another one, there was a spell for consecrating a holy symbol, and then there was another spell. They're all very similar, and when you get right down to it, Bless does all of that. If you can use Bless in a ritual format to do everything, and so I really I think I'm going to cut those because there's just no need for having multiple spells that do the same thing when you have Bless that is like the Swiss Army knife of clerical spells. So yeah, so I need to go back through, and I kind of ran into to that, and I've been thinking about that for a while. And another one, what is the name of that spell? Hold on here, I will find it. But another one, I was going to include paladin um, uh, smites, and but you don't have to because all the way back in BX there is a third level cleric spell that's called striking, and it lasts for one turn. It has a 30-foot range, and you enchant one single weapon, and that weapon deals an additional 1d6 damage, and the weapon is treated as magical.
That's cool.
So you know you could have a cleric. The paladin might not have the ability to smite because paladins don't get spells until way into their levels. But the cleric could cast striking on the paladin's sword, and now he's smiting everything, and he gets to do it for the next 10 minutes. It's not like a hit and done; it lasts for one turn. So I don't see a reason to include smite spells. So I don't know. I need to go through it and kind of flim flam around. You know, I might include something like Searing Smite or something like that just because it does something a little bit different. But um, yeah.
I say included for the sole purpose of if there isn't a cleric in the party and the paladin wants to be able to do something like it.
Right. Yeah, right. Exactly. And so I don't know. And I mean that's a third level spell. So if I were to include something like Searing Smite or Thunderous Smite, things like that, I would probably keep it around third level, simply because I would just take striking as the basic model of it. So they would do an additional 1d6, but then like Searing Strike might do 1d6 plus 1d4 fire damage or something like that. You know, maybe make them fourth level. So yeah, I need to go through because it's not complete. It's still in the rough draft, but I kind of ran into this in the home game because one of the other players was saying that he's like, oh well, I'll cast Consecration. I'm like, I really got to thinking about that. It's more of like a ritual. So I kind of showed him how to do ritual magic, and he's like, oh well, that makes perfect sense. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought too. So yeah, there we are. But so that'll probably be next on the docket because there is so much in Tassadantulus' tantalizing tower that we'll probably be there for a while. So I have a bit of a cushion. I can finish this other book before I have to write the next adventure. So I guess I need to. Let's see. It is still fall for a couple of weeks. So upon exiting Zolotoheim, you step out. It is morning, but you wouldn't really be able to tell it other than it's pretty dark. There is a heavy fog has set in, and when I say heavy fog, I mean it's like pea soup. Visibility is cut in half. So tell me which direction you're traveling. Now, remember, if you're traveling, if you're traveling east, there's no roads, so you'll be able to travel 1 hex per day.
Let's see.
And actually,
Should we make a beeline for the ruins or the cabin?
yeah, there's the Waldspion cabin here. There are ruins here, and there are ruins here.
I think we should like go do east as best we can until we hit this cliff line that kind of comes down through here. and then just follow it south. I mean, this is a approximation. So I mean,
Yeah.
you
We
know,
don't know where.
if we could intersect somewhere right in here, even, you know, and then start just following it south. I mean, I think that's the way to find what we're looking for.
My opinion is to like get set up at the cabin so we have like a base to go back to and we're not like
Uh,
totally fucked.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's not a bad idea.
we go to the
Is the
cabin
cat
first.
is the cabin abandoned? I can't remember what we heard about it.
You heard. That's a very good question.
I was like, if we could talk to some people, they
It's
might
an
know
old
something.
guy's cabin. He's like a hermit guy in the middle of the fucking woods, and he's
No,
supposed to
the
know
vault
shit.
that was the prospector's cabin, is what you heard
Yeah.
that story
Oh,
about. But the Volspion cabin, is just a, um, it is one of their bolt holes that is kept by the Order of the Volspion, which, you know,
The Rangers.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
rangers,
oh,
and so
they're
Yeah.
gonna know some
yeah,
stuff then.
Yeah, we got to go there.
it's
So
it's an Elks Lodge out
yeah,
in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Jackson has some weird ritual to do with his friends out in the woods. They
We'll
don't
make
speak
fun of
about
him
it.
from afar. It's okay. Okay, so to the cabin.
Yeah, we're
Awesome.
headed to the cabin.
Okay.
Hey,
So
do
tell
it.
us if the North Ritual or sorry, the North Ruins or the South Ruins are the good ones to go to. They'll know, probably.
Yeah, they might know exactly where we're trying to go anyway. So
Yeah.
we
You
still got
know.
our guide and shit with us, and the dogs.
They should.
Yeah, what happened to our dude that was like dead but back to life?
He's still in the inn, and the were tiger stayed with him at the inn, kind of helping nurse him back to health.
Mhm.
Give me just a second. Evidently, I fucked up. Let's see. I did not prep some of these maps.
Well, there you go.
I know, right? Got all busy prepping for other games, and then forgot to do these. I'm overworked.
While you're doing that, what's the website for our store again?
It is on Zazzle. I will hold on, and I will get you a link. And I'll just dump these maps as needed, but this one will be needed shortly, so I'll throw this one up.
Ah, I did a search for Braunhaven and found it.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Well, it's good to know that Google's doing its job.
Well, I went to Zazzle directly, and then I searched Braunhaven from Zazzle.
Nice, nice.
Now, do I buy myself a Dentry or a Jackson? Afro! Not Samurai.
Afro Ranger?
Afro Ranger!
Oh, I had it right the first time. Damn it. Okay. There we go. So let me roll on my. Gotta do some tables here. Well, actually, no, I don't. So you guys make it and camp for a night. You guys can remove some rations from your inventory.
Okay.
And we got another one. Oh, okay. Fun.
You say fun. Is that fun for you or fun for us?
That is a good question. I need to throw you guys up here. Holy shit.
What happened?
Well,
Run away! Run away!
We're all gonna die. Okay.
this is interesting. They changed, so Roll20 changed their free assets around. And some of them are animated now. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. That works. Oh, and they sized them properly. Interesting.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Are we rolling initiative?
Yeah, but hold on.
Are we rolling surprise first?
Yes. So everybody roll a d6 to determine surprise.
I knew it.
Sorry, get out of the box.
Hooray! I'm not surprised.
There we go. Both my characters got 4s. I don't know what that means. So.
So you're not surprised.
Okay.
Did anybody roll a 1 or a 2?
Well, Denchi rolled. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Borman got a 2.
Jackson got a 2, but it doesn't hurt him.
Right, because
Yeah.
Jackson can only be surprised on a 1, right?
Right.
So Borman is surprised.
He's the only one. That's so unusual.
What's a good surprise? What is a good surprise? So is Borman the only one that got a 2?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys. Oh, and I need to counter distance. I guess they need to roll too. They are not surprised. That doesn't matter. So you guys are, making your way. Oh, and hold on. I need to look at the table. God, I'm all over the place today. Where's my random player? Today's weather. So the fog is blown away. It is clear, but windy. Not terribly. Winds are about 20 miles an hour. And the temps, being fall, they are probably in the 40-degree range. So I mean, it's chilly, but not frigid. And you guys come up over a rise, and you estimate that you're about a day from the Waldspion cabin. Coming up over a rise, you encounter 10 yards in front of you, 18 berserkers. These guys look like they are barbaric fighters, and they're wearing furs. They look like the same ones that were hunting the were-tiger that you had met while you were sheltering in the cave. Everybody roll initiative. Well, actually, I guess we first need to see what their reaction to you is. So actually, you may not need to roll initiative. So these guys, they clearly see you. They don't wave to you. They don't seem to alter their direction. They just continue on. They are heading north. But they clearly look at you as you round the edge and come out of the tree line. What do you guys want to do?
Revenge for the were-tiger or move on?
Well, you don't have the were-tiger with you.
Yeah, but he said revenge. So.
Oh yeah, I mean,
they kind of suck. I don't like that they are around, but the 18 is an awful lot.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them, and I mean they are. I mean, they're not super hard to kill.
Are they all in a straight line?
Yes, I'm sure they all lined up just for. No, they're they're in a group, but they're not all bunched up.
I mean, if they're not intersecting our path and they're heading on, I mean, I see no reason to.
Fuck with them, yeah.
I mean, we're on a mission, but I mean, if y'all want to go ahead and take them out, excuse me, I'm more than happy to start killing them.
Does anybody lack self-control today?
I mean, that's usually Dentry.
Well, let's
He's
see.
usually all about the fight, but if they're not close to us, he's not going to just run off on his own.
They're like 10 yards away from you.
Yeah, so that's like 30 feet. So
I make an angry face at them, but I do not move to engage.
All right. I think they're going to let us go.
Yeah. Borman will point off in a random direction and nod his head knowingly.
Okay.
I'll pretend to know what that means.
Like if they're headed to the north, you know, he'll point to like the north east, you know, and kind of nod his head like, yeah, I know what's up there, or however they want to take it.
Yeah, they so between the angry face and Borman pointing, they just seem completely uninterested in you and are going to continue moving to the north. Like whatever it is that this large force of berserkers is out doing, they don't seem to care about you.
Well, we should let them go, probably.
Fresh blood from my blade tonight.
Yeah. If I had Cloud Kill still, it'd be interesting to see how that played out. But I've used Cloud Kill, I believe, because it's been removed from the character sheet. So.
Yeah, I thought
think I
used it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I used it in a dwarven place or some shit, but it's gone. So that's I've still got a lightning bolt scroll.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but might want to save that for a combat we can't avoid.
True. Yeah, I have something to help us escape outside if we need to from anything. But if these guys aren't that tough and they're not interested, yeah. Okay, we'll keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
Glad they weren't interested. That's nice.
Yeah.
Move you guys over to a more manageable position. All right, so you make camp again for the night, and you can remove another set of rations from your.
Do we get hunting privileges or something? Or
Yes, you can.
I can go look for food too.
Yeah, you can forage. You can look for food. You can do hunting.
But I gotta roll.
So for rangers, so roll a d6. If you're hunting, just roll a d6. Yes, so you are able to bring back some snow rabbits snow hares that you find, and whoever's foraging, roll a d6. If Alora is foraging for healing herbs, then she doesn't have to roll. She just automatically finds some.
I was gonna, look for berries or possibly mushrooms too. So 4.
But if you're foraging for nuts and berries, so rangers get a 2 in 6 chance. Everybody else would have a 1 in 6.
So I didn't find anything but herbs. Okay.
Where are the mushrooms? You said you'd find mushrooms for the hair.
Let's see. Let's have neighbors try to. Nope. 5.
Yeah, such a boring meal.
Yeah, probably pretty damn boring.
Malachi found some berries and mushrooms or something along
Excellent.
that. He rolled a 1.
So you don't have to remove any rations. I mean, you've got food for the night. And you sleep.
Jackson's gonna eye the mushrooms warily and go, "Are these
Are these
okay to eat?"
Yeah, because you gotta think Malachi's got to be like that dirty coach on the football team that's always offering you candy, but you're kind of like, he don't really wash.
The dirty coach.
Yeah, the coach. He always smells, a little bit, and you really want he wipes his ass. But he's always got some kind of food to offer you.
To thank you for the mushrooms, perhaps. Can you rinse these with your vial of water?
Yeah, I could. Let's say they're like oyster mushrooms. You can't mistake them for anything, and they taste good. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I remember in high school, the dirty catch. That still fucking kills me. I remember in high school, I always wondered why so they hire all of the PE coaches, at least when I was in high school, were all idiot meatheads, and they always picked those guys to teach the health class, and especially sex ed, which is hilarious because most of these assholes couldn't get laid with $100 bill sticking out of their zipper, and if they did, she didn't enjoy it. And so,
Yeah.
so it always. I mean, one of them, he didn't have a neck. It's like the muscles in his shoulders just went up straight to the back of his head. Like, oh my god! And they were all dumb as bricks, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, we had like an ex-bodybuilder and he had like a picture of him like winning something when he was all like greased and in like a banana hammock kind of situation. It was really fucked up. I'm like, why would you bring this to work?
Yes. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know it was like that everywhere. I
Yeah.
thought it was weird where I was.
Well, and it
Okay.
wasn't just high
Nope.
school. It's like they were like that in middle school too. And it's like, what
That
do you
was middle
actually?
school.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was
What do
eighth
you actually
grade.
do here? Yeah. We played the
No,
dodgeball.
someone really loves you if you can make creepy noises at them and they stick around. You know, if you come home and you look at your significant other and be like, yeah, and they still stick around, you know, then yeah, that's real love.
Right.
Aw.
That works for
Yeah.
my wife. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a thing where I'd do my fingers like this and I'd call it Humpy Bob, you know, and I would touch my thumb on her and be like, yeah, and she'd be like, gross, you know, and it's like you're sitting there, you know, you're having a cup of tea and all of a sudden Humpy Bob
Like-
is getting on your earlobe going,
Like,
yeah.
like this? Why is my thumb
Yeah,
too
like this. Yeah,
chunky?
you just gotta, you know how you do your fingers like the yellow pages, but you
Yeah,
stick
but
your
my-
thumb through. and
My
you can-
thumb is so stumpy. It's like barely. That's so
It doesn't
fun,
take much. Humpy Bob is well known to not have a lot going
though.
on.
Let's
There.
see. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
as much as
yeah,
I can
and when they
muster.
try to push it away, you'd be like, "Yeah, touch it, yeah,
I'm gonna do that to Devin's ear. I think.
hell yeah,
That'll be fun.
get it, yeah, hell yeah, that's Humpy Bob."
Oh shit.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you. That's the new thing to
Uh,
do. And all the cool kids are doing it. Is what I'm gonna
fuck
say.
Yeah.
yeah.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Okay, so we reached the cabin, right?
Yeah.
Do we?
So the
Okay.
following day, the next day, you travel and you make it to the cabin, and I
Ooh.
forgot to do exactly what I was going to do. Let's go back over here. I'll do.
Oh,
If
it's
this goes
wonderful.
right, you don't even need a map, but we're letting Samuel do all the talking, right? He'll go up and throw up his fucking ranger signs, you know.
I should at least do the introduction. Maybe not all the talking, but at least the introduction.
Yeah,
Because he's not a very charismatic guy. He spends his time out in the wild, but I imagine neither are they.
yeah, but you paid money to join their clique, man. I mean, you're like,
Just say hello,
you're
fellow
in this
rangers.
club, yeah. You should have at least club access.
Agreed.
That's what I said. Let me make the introduction. But if they start striking up conversations, I'm like, why are you still talking to me?
Yes. You couldn't possibly like me.
It's basically going to be his whole idea. Like, he spends his time, like, this is the most peopling he's ever done in his existence, is this party.
Right.
That's rough.
He's
And
probably
most
like,
of the time he sits with his cloak on, hoping no one will talk to him.
he's probably like, as soon as we finish this mission, I'm out. And then we'll get like something else we have to go do, and he'll be like, damn it. Now I've got to go to this tower.
Should we build like a cabin away from the Braunhaven castle for him to
Yeah.
chill at? That'd be cool.
So you, the following day, you spend traipsing through everything, getting back to, or making your way to the Vulchpion cabin. Today's weather forecast. Oh, following day, there's a cold snap and it is snowing. It is throughout the day about a foot of snow falls, and it is quite chilly, down to 28 degrees. You guys are kind of bundling up in your furs, and you make your way to the edge of the cabin. And there is, of course, this small forested area here towards the south end of the cabin. You can move. You can move wherever you would like to move.
We don't see any activity or anything.
You do not, not
Yeah.
outside the cabin, no.
Well, how do you tell your people that you're approaching? I mean, should have like
Their whistle or something?
yeah, or some kind of oath or something you scream out. I don't know.
I'm assuming
Wait.
that Jackson has his
Bird
hood pulled
call.
up. Is that correct, or are you?
No, we're rangers. We're rangers. They don't see us coming. They'll know we're there when we get to the door. That's how they know we're there. If they see us ahead of
Okay.
time, they're like, "You must not be one of us."
Yeah, we'll look for
All right.
traps and shit in the trail as we move up to the door.
Okay, and how big are each of the squares?
Well, does Jackson have the hood of his cloak up?
I'm taking it off only because I'm with the party, and
Okay.
I don't want them to get hit in my stead.
Okay. Okay. And is Borman invisible or not?
I mean, I would be invisible until I don't need to be because I love that backstab.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
How invisible can you be in the snow?
I mean, no matter what he does, he's going to leave tracks.
Yeah.
Oh wait, though, he has the elven boots, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
My bad.
magic principle.
Well, it doesn't say. That's a good question.
All I have to do is just walk in other people's footprints, and I mean, it's
Legolas did that in Lord of the Rings, didn't he? I swear.
Yeah, it is implied that elves, when they were crossing the mountain pass, like everybody else is trudging through the snow, and Legolas is walking right on top of it, leaving
Yeah.
no footprints.
Sure.
It just says the wearer of the boots is able to move silently. So, I mean, you move silently. Yeah, if you wanted to, you could step into other people's footsteps. That would be. Who
Yeah.
are you most directly following?
I'm like right up behind Samuel, uncomfortably close.
Okay.
One step behind him,
Okay.
just stepping in his footprints. You know.
Gotcha.
Breathing on him.
Yeah, breathing on his
Loudly.
ear.
Blowing in his ear.
Yeah. Just want to make him feel comfortable.
So yeah, which direction are you guys moving? You can move your exploration movement rate, which is the larger number.
Well, Jackson has like a crazy exploration, so he might just like move way far and then like.
Yeah, Borman might have a hard time keeping up.
Yeah, I will be several steps away now.
Actually, what I'll do is tell the party to like chill and let me go. Like say, hey, I have some friends out there. Please don't kill them when they get close.
Okay.
Yeah, totally cool with
Yeah,
that.
they can hide behind.
I'm gonna
this
put my
rock.
hood back on. I'm gonna put the hood on instead. Leave it on instead of taking it off to the party, and I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna use my.
I forget.
180?
How big are the squares?
These are 5-foot squares.
5. Okay.
Okay, well I have 180 feet, so I get to the door.
Wow.
Yeah,
Way to go.
I would think.
Yeah, he's
so.
got all kinds of crazy speed.
Yeah, because I got 60 in combat, so it's 180.
Yeah. The boots of the meth man. They pick up copper pieces
Boots
without.
of the meth man.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's gonna have to go in the new book.
yeah.
I think I got a similar exploration range with the broom. If Malachi wants to ride on the broom, we can probably make it up there too.
Oh, we're hanging back right now, though.
Oh,
aren't we?
okay. Yeah, probably, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are trying to not get killed in case there's like a guard at the ranger station, and I.
Yeah, they're usually good archers, so.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Please do not kill my compatriots if I get to the door unscathed.
So this cabin it has a tall Nordic type A-frame roof. The peak of the roof is 30 feet tall. It has a stone, like a large boulder kind of foundation that is the foundation is 5 feet tall. You can clearly see that there are 2 levels to this cabin, and The stairs in front are actually carved stone stairs, and there's large double doors that lead into this lodge-like. They call it a cabin, but this looks more like a lodge.
Cool.
And the foundation wraps around the entire ground floor to 5 feet, and you can see that outside there are a number of barrels and crates that are stored outside, probably filled with perishable items or ale or things like that, stuff that they want to keep cold, especially this time of year. And so, Jackson, are you just opening the door and stepping in, or?
I take my hood off at the door,
Okay.
and then I just kind of and then I walk in and say, "Oh, it's nice to find another, whatever the guild name is, place in this cold."
Okay, so the Volspion.
So glad for the Volspion in this cold.
I will put you right over. Yeah. So you should see a different map.
I do.
Okay. And as you step in, you are lowering your hood.
Yes. Now that I'm inside, yes. And I just want to be like, I took a quick glance around to see, like, is there any kind of guard or anything like this around here? I don't see any.
So
Do I see any guard or anything?
well, hold on. Let me bring up that map for myself. So you step in. This first floor here is a like a lodge hall. It's stone and timber. It basically has a 15-foot ceiling. There are 4 large trestle tables that are laid out. Um, um, and there is an 8-foot tall large stone fireplace here. But
Where did I end?
there is nobody in the hall. It is empty, and
Huh.
the fireplace is there's no fire in the fireplace, but the fireplace has wrought iron spits and hooks for cooking, and there are niches on either side of this fireplace in the stonework that are full of firewood, and I mean, it would be typical for a group lodge like this that there would be. You're kind of expected to replace the firewood when you leave. I mean, that's common courtesy. And you see that there is a back door to the cabin up here.
Okay. Seeing that there's nobody inside, I will step back out with my hood still off and kind of just signal to the party, like, come up, but be cautious.
Okay.
Like, come.
Sounds cool to me. Yeah.
With whatever hand signal I can muster. I'm like, come on, but don't do it like rushing.
Okay. So, well, first of all, before I do that,
We will casually make our way to the lodge.
Yeah, here's my exploration. There.
Be right there with them.
You on the broom.
Oh, hell yeah. Malachi's riding with you on the broom, so he'd be up there.
What's about to happen? Oh, no.
We get mapped.
You go in. Okay.
yes, you step on inside.
Cool. Dang, I wish there had been.
It is fairly cold in here, of course, because the fireplace is not lit. But aside from that, you have this large empty hall. Looks like it could seat quite a few people. And there is, of course, a door on the east side of the room as well, and stairs in the upper northeast or northwest corner that lead to the second level.
Well, let's light up a fire first.
Yeah, start building a fire. Maybe call out. You know, hello.
Okay. Da, da, da. You get no response.
That's okay. We'll make ourselves at home.
Yeah. Yeah, Samuel said we could do whatever the hell we wanted when we're up in here. Fuck y'all.
We'll have to check out upstairs too in
Yeah.
a minute.
So laying
That's
this,
what I tell the party. Is like, this is not completely unnatural, but always be cautious if there's no one around.
so this room to the east is set up to be a war room. It's got a stone tile floor, stone and timber. The ceiling in this room goes all the way up 30 feet, and there is a balcony, this first 5 feet here, that from the second floor that kind of leans over and can look down on the war room. So it's got a loft. 15 feet up, there's a balcony, and there's a large trestle table that is covered in maps of the area that are drawn on leather hides, and then upstairs, up here, is a common room that has a 15-foot ceiling, a vaulted ceiling. There is a stone fireplace at the south end that is only 4 feet tall, and there are a number of log beds, single beds. They all are covered and neatly made with furs, and this balcony overhangs over the war room. Similar, the fireplace has niches for firewood, and they are full of firewood. The beds are made of shorn logs covered in wolf, bear, and yeti furs. And you could comfortably sleep in the bed, 7 people in here. But I mean, the room, obviously, if people want to bed down on the wood floor, they can. And that is the interior of the Waldspion Lodge.
Well, I guess, yeah, we're just going to make a big old fire in the fireplace, get the place warmed up. We want to look at the maps and see if there are locations that we don't know about on there.
Okay, so you kind of go through the maps. I assume Borman's going through the maps.
Yeah, probably. So looking for any place that has keywords like treasure or stash. Stash is a good word.
I imagine even though Jackson's not particularly literate, he can still handle a map.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got your Ranger Rick skills.
Then I'll come look at maps with Borman.
Okay, so
Although I'm looking for completely different things than him.
right. You do find a particularly exciting map. You find a treasure map 2.
Well, I think the entrance to the mine is right there.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, treasure
Actually,
map 2.
the treasure map 2 leads to the eastern ruins, or I'm sorry, not the eastern, the southwestern ruins, from direction-wise from the lodge.
I get what you're saying.
I will point it out here.
Yeah, it's totally out of the fucking way. But it's not far.
It points to these ruins.
Yeah. Oh, that's a few days away.
It is.
But a treasure map is a treasure map. So that will be where Borman wants to go. Malachi wants to start asking if it, about possibly designing a ring of haste.
A ring of haste. I can tell you all about it. Let's see here.
Or speed, a ring of speed. Basically, I want to harness the power of a potion of speed in a ring form that, like once a day or something, you could get some
So
speed. I
it
can't
would
hear you, Kevin.
It would
You want a ring of meth? What?
a
A
ring of meth.
methy ring.
Yes. A methy
The
ring.
methy ring, yes. You'll have a weakness for copper objects, but you will move really fast, especially when obtaining copper objects.
Yes.
You will be able to pick people's pockets as a master thief.
So it is 500 gold pieces per level, and haste is a third level spell, so it would be 1,500 gold pieces um, in components, as well as the cost of actually, the ring. So on top of the cost of the ring, it would be an additional $1,500 or 1,500 credit or gold pieces in components. And basically, you would be putting a permanent haste on this ring.
Yeah. Okay.
Now let's see here. Ring. I think it is a ring of speed. I think you're right. Let me look up my rings. Oh.
I mean, I
Looking
was
in the
thinking,
wrong book. I was like, why is this not coming up? Because I'm in the wrong book.
if we could get our tanky fighter types, rings of speed, even if we had to make them, I mean that's how we get to the next level of really being able to kick some ass. And like Dentry's our hardest hitter pound for pound. So
and he is the slowest mofo in the party.
Right, but if we give him a ring of speed, that means he gets to hit twice in a round.
Interesting. So I thought Ring of Speed was an actual thing. It's not in here.
That's because we have to create it.
Right. So let me go back to haste. So while wearing this ring, you would be able to activate it, which would give you haste for 3 turns. Your maximum movement rate would be doubled. You would get double the normal attacks per round. If you are casting spells, the number of spells that you may cast per round is doubled. And the use of magical devices such as wands would be doubled for 3 turns.
See, yeah.
And I would say that if you're making the Ring of Haste, you'd be able to do that for once per day.
All right. Well, that sounds like something cool. That's what Malachi will do while everybody's fucking around and grab ass. And he's going to open up and start laying the groundwork to design the Ring of Haste.
Okay. So can Malachi cast haste?
No.
Well,
No,
that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, but again, I'm
You're gonna have to hire a consultant.
Yes.
That
Well,
shouldn't take.
we have 2 potions of speed right now.
Yeah. So just like put the ring in there and let it soak up
soak
the
the
haste.
ring in the potion of speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you would have to be able to cast. Part of this ritual creating this ring, you would have to be able to cast haste on the ring.
Well, look at you being difficult. Okay.
Let's find somebody who can. I don't think that will be too hard. So every time we go to town and we encounter someone who uses magic, we go, can they cast haste? And then
Let's see.
eventually we'll get our number and make the ring. It'll be good.
Yeah, you would need to find a
5th level magic user.
Right. Exactly.
We'll be on the lookout for somebody of that description.
Yeah, so you can start laying the groundwork. You're writing down your magical theories on creating this.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even if you can find somebody who can cast it, you will of course. You might need to hire them, so that would be in addition to the cost of. First you need to buy the ring, then you need to hire the magic user, then you need to spend 1,500 credits. God damn it, I'm stuck on Traveler. 1,500 gold pieces for components. But yeah, it can be done.
Holy shit!
What?
Well, okay. Up to 24 creatures in a 60-foot diameter area are enchanted and able to move and act twice as quickly
That's
as.
if you're casting the spell. For the ring, it would be on the user only.
Okay, well, we just became epic. But yeah, I feel you. All right. No, need to find a a 5th level magic user.
Yeah, haste. This is one of the reasons why if you're on a battlefield and you see that there's a magic user, you kind of shit your pants because if he can cast haste, he just did like a third of your forces,
Yeah.
and now all of those guys can move double their movement rate and make double the amount of attacks.
Yeah.
And he can two-fist spells. So that's like a hallmark of a warcaster right there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know now that we need to find a fucking high level magic user.
Well, mid-level. No, fifth,
Yeah. Okay.
fifth level's not. I don't even think fifth level would be mid. It's approaching mid. So, anything else that you are? So you found this treasure map too. Malachi's planning out. He's scribbling notes for his idea for a ring of speed. Anything else you guys are doing?
I think we're just resting and getting warm. But
Okay.
One ought to go hunting, so we don't have to use a ration.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys can go hunting. I mean, you could send Jackson. He's got.
Yeah,
They're
Borman will gather firewood to replenish the wood that we've used.
Okay. So, Jackson,
doing
you
stores.
can go ahead and roll a d6 for hunting.
Hunting.
Wood.
Fail.
No, you succeed. You have a 5
Oh.
and 6 chance for hunting,
Oh.
and you can roll a d6 for foraging.
Forage.
Nope, you didn't find any berries.
Can I go
Yeah,
check
I-
the barrels outside and see what's in them?
Yes. So the barrels outside are full of a berry mead.
Oh, there's your berries.
A natural, like they are a wild blueberry. It's a wild blueberry mead.
They wouldn't have left it out here if they didn't want us to drink it.
That's one of the
Probably.
reasons why it's there. And the crates hold iron rations, and standard rations, but mostly iron rations for backing up and traveling out into the distance in the woods. On the backside of the lodge, over in this area, hold on here. Over in that area, you do see that this is a snowy cemetery, kind of nestled under these trees, and there is a pit under one of the trees that is covered with a tarp. And you see that there are a number of chiseled headstones that seem like they are carved directly from mountain rocks. And there are several graves that are just rock-covered mounds. And the tarp-covered pit, the ground was too cold at the time. Whoever was here last, and they couldn't dig. And so there is a body under this tarp, and I mean, the area doesn't smell all that great because it hasn't stayed cold. But Jackson would know, being a ranger, that it is he showed up, so it is kind of on him to see the burial of this body.
I mean, why didn't the people that put him there bury him?
Maybe this will help.
Okay.
Players
Malachi
turn.
will get
Charisma
a.
going. Why do I always have to bury a body every time I show up to one of these places?
Every time you show up, you gotta bury someone.
Malachi will ask, if you don't mind, could we do the ceremony in the morning? And I would really like a chance to use a part of his body as a spell component and cast my spell. And,
I don't know.
and
Mavis might have a problem with that because she's probably.
Jackson has a problem with that. Jackson's like, you're not desecrating the bodies of the people here. Desecrate the shit we kill.
No, I'm not one to desecrate it. I want to cast Malachi's magnificent memorial and bring the spirit forth, and we could talk to it.
That's not a bad idea. We were
different.
wanting to get info, so
Yeah.
Yeah, the dead, tend to like to talk a lot because they don't have a lot of people to talk to. Maybe I don't know.
we can also learn their burial wishes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of the point of that spell.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm down.
So you cast your spell on him, and how did I get on that?
And I made my intelligence check, so I'm in control but have access. If I fail that check, according to the spell, the spirit has control of my body.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are you what are you guys asking of this dead ranger?
I'm temporarily, voluntarily let him speak through my mouth to my companions.
So, how did you die?
So he tells you that that he died investigating the ruins to the southeast. It was him that brought the treasure map back to the Waldspion cabin, and he during his investigation he was injured by giants.
That's good info.
Fire giants?
No, he was injured by frost giants.
Ah,
And actually, they surprised him. But he says that the map is accurate, that there is a treasure located in those ruins, and he had stashed it there. Specifically, he tells you that in a hollow under a rock. Where is my?
It's ranger treasure, so it's probably like fruits and berries and dumb shit.
He says that
cool stick.
it is some gems and pieces of jewelry that he had found.
Ah. Is that worth it to everybody? Are we going to go get murdered by frost giants for some jewelry?
Man, all you got to do is say the T word, and Borman is ready. You don't even have to worry.
The whole reason that you guys are out here, yeah, it's treasure. I mean, it's a pile of copper pieces. Well,
It's the way to true power is to collect all the wealth.
Every fucking piece.
Yeah. We can go there, or we can hit. We don't have to hit it directly. I mean, that's totally up to the party. But I mean, is there any other questions that we want to ask Dead Dude?
Where's the good shit hidden here?
Yeah. Do you know about the fucking ruins of the mine of the word I can't think of?
Of Drothumstone?
Yes, the Drothumstone entrance.
This is a good question. He does not. In life, he had been searching for Drothumstone as well, which led him to the ruins of the the ruins to the southwest are an ancient temple of giants. It's a temple dedicated to the giant gods, and he says that that he found that, and he said that it's not always. He said that he just happened upon frost giants, but all the giants tend to go to the temple. It is rumored that there is an oracle there.
Oh, really?
More
But
shit to get us there. An oracle is a valid thing to go poke.
he can tell you. I need to. That there is a. Oh, you already know about the Wood Elf Village. He says that the Wood Elf Village down here is they are kind of standoffish, but they do have a friendship with the Order of the Volspion Rangers. So
Oh,
if
hell
you
yeah.
if you are in need of assistance or shelter, if you have a Volspion Ranger in your party, they will generally do what they can to assist you. But generally, because they are wood elves, they tend to be a little standoffish. It is one of the wood elves are usually fairly nomadic, but they do have a few settlements, and that particular outpost is one of them, and he says that the name of it, it is a small village called Sina Estru.
Okay. Does he know who probably put him in this pit?
It was he was injured by the frost giants and had made his way back all this way, but the problem is that he was injured badly enough that his wound had festered, and it was too late for them to save him, and he died shortly after the time that he got back. And a group of rangers that were here at the time that he arrived were the ones that intended to bury him, but it was already snowing, and the ground was too hard to bury him, and so he's been stuck here under the tarp.
Any particular areas that you searched extensively for that we could rule out along the eastern cliff bank?
Well,
And do you have a message that you would like carried on to any loved ones that you might have, perhaps, that we could do that to honor your death?
well, the first question is that. Let me move back over to the other map. There we go. He says that these ruins up here to the northeast. He says that he has spent some time, or he didn't spend a whole lot of time there, but he knows that there was a keep at one time that stood there, and it has now since crumbled. He doesn't know who built the keep, but it was known as Gurnstrahp. And he knows that there are ruins there. He thinks that there may have been some kind of expedition that had gone to Gurnstrahp, because there are tents that have basically rotted away. He doesn't know what happened to the expedition, but he found that there is a rotted supply bivouac tent and a camp that was set up there some time ago, but he didn't explore the ruins. Actually, let me. So now that we know what this is, can I change that? Evidently not. That. us a little bit more detail as to what these are. This one.
That temple to the southwest. That's pretty close to all them fire giants we pissed off.
Oops.
Isn't it?
No. Well, I mean, depends on what you mean by close.
A couple hexes.
No, Stromvolts is all the way over here. So, 1, 2,
Oh.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, that's.
I thought we pissed some of them off right in here.
That was some other thing. Some
Yeah.
badgers.
Yeah, it's 96 miles away from Stromvolt, but no, I
Okay.
mean they were trying to search for you all around in this area.
You're right. Thank you.
So yeah, he kind of fills in as far as like a message. He tells you that he didn't have any family. The Waldspion were his family, and so he doesn't. Maybe if you're passing back through Gnome Vehome, leave a message at the Waldspion Lodge there. Speaking of his demise.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, so you guys bury the body. That will take. Okay. So you spend the better part of the rest of the hour burying the body, and need to pull something up here. Good Lord. Okay. So as you are finishing up burying the body and you're placing, there's a pile of stones there that they were used to place over the top of the grave. You see that coming from the south out of this glen of trees, that there is 14 centaurs that make their way up out of the forest. Everybody can. Malachi would be too. Everybody can roll a d6. Where is Borman, Dentry, and Alora? Are they still inside the cabin?
I'd imagine.
Okay.
Um,
We'll just put them
I
here for now.
I got a 2 and a 3. Allura got the 2.
No.
So Alora,
And
because Alora, Borman, and Dentry are inside, they don't need to roll. So it'll just
Oh,
be
okay.
Jackson, Mavis, and Malachi need to roll a d6.
Malachi would have got a 4 if I'm only rolling 1.
Yep. Okay. So what about Mavis?
3.
And what about Jackson?
5.
Okay. So these centaurs, I guess the bigger question is, so these centaurs seem like they are kind of uncertain. Most of their group is hanging back in the trees, but 3 of them kind of step forward, 20 feet away from you, and the I guess they kind of poke and prod the leader. He calls out to you, "Ho! What are you doing in this region? I have not seen your likes before."
We're burying this dead dude that was left here.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a ceremony. His name was, and I'll say his name, Dick and Butts.
His name was Richard Paulson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the centaurs kind of look around and they say, "This is the property of Volspion."
Yeah, he's kind of. We'll all just kind of cut our eyes at Jackson.
I am a member of the Valsion.
That's right.
We are doing our duty to bury the fallen.
Okay. So the centaur tells you. He says that he says that he says I have not met you before, and need a name. Centaur name generator. Says, "Greetings, I am Dardarus." He says I have met most of the Volspion Rangers that have come to the area. I do not recognize you.
We'll be looking for
I'm not of this area, but I am a member of the Valsion nonetheless.
He says, "Well, welcome. I am sorry that you had to bury one of your brethren."
Seems all too common these days.
Indeed, indeed it does. He
Did we
tells
tell him that? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
he tells you that to beware. There are frost giants that are roaming the region, and as well as hill giants. He thinks they have migrated or done a pilgrimage to the temple to the southwest.
Yeah, once the Giants move in the neighborhood, man, it just goes uphill from there, man. Yeah. Tell you, man, they don't really respect us smaller folk, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. Really, maybe you could have some information as we're looking for the old abandoned mines of Drothumstone. Drothumstone. Yeah.
Drunken dwarf.
Yeah, drunken dwarf.
Sounds German.
Yeah.
So he says. He says, "Well," he says, Dardarus looks to you and says, "Many have come searching for the lost mine of Drothumstone, a expedition of mostly the scholarly types," and he kind of looks at Malachi. He says, "Traveled to the northwest, seeking the mine. I don't know if they found anything, but they never returned."
Yeah,
That's why you don't send scholars to do an adventurer's job.
yeah. That's why the smart scholars tend to bring adventurers with them as they go about.
He said we didn't have any direct contact with that party. We basically watched and laughed from the trees as they came through. They came through with a completely um, uh, too few martial types, and it didn't appear that they had a guide at all.
Okay.
Well, we've got guides and a ranger and a follower of the Order of the Martyr. Yeah, Mavis. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. When you left Zolotoheim, did you take did you ask to what is his name? Your guide.
He's supposed to be with us.
Well, the what you hired him to do, he did. He took you to Zolotoheim.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were taking him with us. We'd have to pay him more then, but we're loaded up with money.
We've hired him for a whole month.
Well, the month has come and gone.
Oh.
You guys have been up here a while.
Well, would maybe these centaurs would be open to being a guide, as we are really, searching for we must get down in there and retrieve another scepter,
Scopty.
So we can. Scott, yeah.
Yeah, I like Scotty. He's cool.
Yeah, but we're really wanting to establish a more stable rulership in the region, and we serve Queen Alora.
Dardarus says, my clan has no allegiance to any king. We have lived the way we have lived for many generations, staying in the trees. We keep to ourselves.
I see. Perhaps you would be interested in helping us cross this great thing and get us to to the cliffs.
He says, well, if you head east, you will get to the eastern cliffs of the Schelus Mountains.
I was thinking.
So wait, we were supposed to go east, but the nerd party that died went northwest. Is that right?
Oh, I'm sorry. He went northeast. I'm sorry.
Northeast. Oh, okay. All right.
They went to that other ruin thing that's the keep, evidently. And then there's the temple that's to the southwest, where all the giants go, and then we have this mystery circle off in the middle of nowhere that we believe is the general area of the entrance. So I guess what we want to know is, do we want to chase rabbit holes?
You know that there's treasure to the southwest.
But Borman is not necessarily the party leader. I mean, he just wants to go to where the treasure. I mean, if Borman were involved in a conversation, he'd be trying to figure out where they hid their shit. Centaur, well, yeah. Do you guys like gold and gems? Where do y'all live?
I guess we're gonna have to sit down and vote if we're going north or south.
Yeah.
We don't know where we're going.
So Dardarus, he kind of turns and puts the rest of his group, at ease a little bit about who is in the Volchbion cabin, and he says, "Good luck to you. I hope you find what you're looking for. You seem to be much better equipped than some of the parties we've seen up in the mountains."
Well, thank you.
And
Could I take a ride on your back for a reasonable fee? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, if you're ever available for children's parties.
That's right.
So yeah, the centaurs kind of go back into their forest glen and kind of move out of the area, feeling a bit more comfortable. And he calls over. He says, "Be careful. There are there are berserkers that travel throughout the mountains.
We found if you look at them menacingly and point in a random direction and nod your head, they will avoid you.
He says that could sometimes work.
It did just a little while ago.
We lucked out, probably.
Yeah, Dentry hits things really hard.
So hard he
When I
breaks swords.
clear all notice.
Dentry hits things so hard he breaks swords.
I know. He goes through magic
Too
swords.
soon, man. Too soon.
So you guys kind of go back in. You can and you know probably sit around the table having something to eat. You guys can go ahead and make a vote on where you want to go next. Here, I will even bring up the bigger map for you. I will be right back.
Yeah, we could. If our tokens are still on the screen, you could move the token to who votes to go where. You know?
Yeah, the tokens are right down here. So yeah. You can.
So Borman will want to go here because he knows there's treasure, and Malachi will want to go to the green circle area here because that's really where we're going.
I don't know if it is. I mean, I
That's a
drew
guess.
Yeah, it's a guess based on that side of the map. So I think that the ruins are probably.
The
Mavis
Oracle.
is gonna,
Where are we right now?
We are near the cabin right here.
Yeah, we're there. Where's the Oracle though?
The Oracle is here in theory.
Oh, there's an Oracle there? Oh, that's cool.
There's supposed to be an Oracle in the Temple of the Giants.
Oh, okay.
Where they're saying. So, I mean, there's going to be lots of giants. The Oracle.
Mavis trusts in the previous nerds being correct. So she put herself up north.
Yeah, I agree with the nerds. I just think that we're equipped to handle it. Plus, we're already here.
The argument on the following the nerds is because, I mean, they're obviously in a very northy, out of the way thing. I mean, if it's easier to backtrack any of the other locations besides that one. That was the most pain in the ass to backtrack to get to. So, I mean, there's
what do you mean?
A valid reason. Huh?
Say that again, but differently?
Oh, okay. If we decide that we need to go to any of the locations that we skip, that far one that you got both your guys on, that's the hardest one to go back and check out because it's the most furthest out of the way.
Yeah.
Should we do that one first then? Or
probably
Jackson's vote was to go there because we're close. Dentry's vote was to go there because you trust the smart people. Because he's not smart.
But that's that's the vote right there is to go that way.
I think it's happening, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that wins. That's where we decide to go.
All right. I'll put us back at the cabin for now.
Yeah.
Well, hope there's no giants up that way. I'm kind of sick of them.
Yeah.
I hope there's no rock creatures that break swords that way.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hope they have a collection of swords that way so we can replenish our collection. Mm-hmm. I mean, as a player, I don't give a fuck where we go. You know, I think we somewhat owe it to Chris to try to get the other half of the other scepter to go down to Tal'Dorei. I mean, because he put 300 pages in that city of adventure book.
That's a good point. We do need to do that at some point.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
we can do that next. We'll do this and then we'll go there next.
Oh, we have to find this scepter. We haven't. That's why we're trying to go down to this stupid Drothumstone or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. We think that that's where the other scepter is to open up tantalizing towers stuff.
The falling pass down. That's right.
Yeah. Tantalus's testicular cancer.
That's the one.
Yeah.
So you're all what have you decided?
The majority
We're go-
ruled north.
Yep, we're going to the smart people's thing.
Oh, to Gurnstrahp?
Yep, that's
Okay.
that's what the vote was.
Okay. All right. Whoops. Okay. All right. So you spend the night at the Vulgepion cabin, and you don't lock the door because they don't lock their doors.
I grabbed some of that wine for the road.
Okay. Yeah, well, do you have another wineskin? Because don't forget, I mean, you filled your wineskin up with whiskey. Remember?
I imagine I drank at least one of them between where we were and where we
That's
are.
probably true. Yeah. So yeah, you can fill a wineskin for the road.
Yeah.
Full
One
of their,
wineskin will do, because we have to cross this way on the way back anyway.
full of their mead.
It's only polite to leave them an empty barrel so that way they'll have one to fill up with their next batch.
It's only polite.
There you
Yes.
go.
Do I have the ingredients to start the whiskey?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'd empty that barrel and start a barrel of whiskey and be like, do not open for 50 years.
So it looks like the weather for the next day is going to be clear and sunny. The temps have come up to about 40 degrees. So still cold, and obviously the snow at 40 degrees, it's not going to melt quickly. And you are able to camp for the night and not have any difficulties.
Ooh,
Do you want to hunt or do you want to use rations? I mean, you guys, while you're at the Vulgepion cabin, you can re-up your rations if you wanted.
That's a good idea.
okay. Well, let's hunt then. There's not much else to do while we're getting ready to. Yeah. I can fish, but there's not like any water.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of snow, but no creeks
No
or
ice
anything.
lakes or anything. Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
we can do the foraging and hunting along with. I didn't get shit with anything I
Yeah.
did.
No. Yeah. Borman
I
and
didn't find
Malachi.
anything.
Wow. And even Jackson didn't get any game. You can try foraging.
I fucked that up. I didn't get anything. We're eating rations. That's
Yeah, I
happening.
guess you guys are
Right.
eating rations. So mark a
Mark
day's
them
worth of
off. Yeah. And again, when we camp, I'm setting a bear trap. I've only got one bear trap left, but I'm going to set it up in a opportune place to try to.
Okay. Yeah, no, you are able to camp for the night and have no difficulties. Once more. Oh, there we go. So it is starting to move into winter. But the next day, the temperature drops. Temperature is ranging anywhere from -19 to 0. It's getting quite cold. It's not raining, but there are overcast gray skies as this cold front has moved in.
Put on our cold weather gear.
Okay, yeah, get on your heavy gear.
Yeah.
Bundle up.
Prepare yourself.
Unusual. Interesting. I don't know what unusual is.
I guess it depends on the context around it, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's an unusual mole, or
Oh, I see. 2. Ooh. Okay.
19. I don't know if that's a good number or not. This we'll find out.
I hate that I know the commercial in the background so well that I know exactly what commercial is playing right now.
I know, right?
Who, mine?
This is a hot flash.
Oh
This
yeah,
is a hot
that's
flash.
There is a TV in mine. I'll turn it down though, but
No, it's
because
funny.
yeah, when my woman started getting hot flashes, I got her a window air conditioning unit and gave her a recliner chair right in front of it.
Oh, sweet.
That works. Yeah.
Yeah, it's even got a remote, so it's in our bedroom. She can wake up in the middle of the night and turn that shit on, and I'll wake up talking about fucking frozen tundra, Arctic
Every
shit.
character roll a d6. So Borman and Malachi are not surprised.
About fucking time.
Right?
My characters never pay attention to the environment.
Do you need a 1 or 2 to be surprised? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, neither of my people are surprised then.
You know,
Okay. Excellent.
Is that like that's an undead thing?
No. No, it's not.
I do not like the way he said that. So just like nope.
So you guys can see, and are they? They are not surprised. You can see as you are moving towards the ruins on your second day. You make camp, and you're sitting around your campfire. You know, Jackson, you can roll d6 for hunting. Hey, yep. So Jackson's able to fell a deer. Doesn't forage. He doesn't find any berries, but you've got meat that's cooking over the campfire. And as you're sitting there around the campfire cooking your deer, you suddenly notice that the trees themselves begin to move.
Hooray.
And you specifically know, and you can see that this is about 140 feet away from you. You see 6 of these trees start to move on their own. They're not. It's not the wind. They are actually moving.
Well, what do you do, woodsman man? That's
right.
you should let them know that we're good stewards.
Yeah, let's speak with the trees.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
trees are hostile.
Oh no! That sucks. I wanted to hug one. All right.
Damn it.
Uh,
And how many of them are there?
there's
6?
6 of them.
Okay.
All right.
That is not a good look for us.
No,
Mm,
we our fucking woods cred fucking drops down. You know, the forest cred.
yeah,
Plus,
I guess
I mean,
so.
taking a
Yeah.
tree on while it's moving is not easy.
Yeah. I don't know how we pissed the trees off. I mean, we've been good.
We have been. What have we done?
Yeah. Fucking bullshit.
Maybe they're just inherently hostile and they don't trust anybody upright.
It could be.
Or they're guardians and anybody who comes this way gets killed.
It could be too. Yeah.
They
Fuck if I
are
know.
they are specifically incensed that you would kill a forest creature for food.
Oh, fuck nuggets, really?
Well, I'm hungry.
Oh,
What the fuck?
we're killing them for firewood, so it's okay.
Everybody can roll initiative. Don't forget, if you're using a slow weapon, it is -1 damage.
What's in for?
I don't
We
think
like
I don't
don't
think
they have
anybody I don't think anybody is using a slow weapon.
We like to call them special weapons. We find the term slow a bit offensive.
Alora's not on the stack.
Did I miss her?
Yeah. She goes after everybody. I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
between each person, she'll go on every number.
I'm disappointed in myself for not being able to find the stack for it to be right where I was looking. I'm like, I can't find the stack. It's literally in my face.
Just right there, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
be like,
don't-
where did I move it?
We don't have a battle map for this, so this will be theater of the mind. Oh, right. So, what did Laura get?
Oh, sorry. I need to put that in there. 6. Okay. Okay.
All right. And Jackson with his 1. So, Borman, you see that these treants are moving out of what you thought were just trees. These guys are like 18 feet tall.
Wow.
And it wasn't necessarily that they. I mean, of course they are incensed that you would kill a forest creature, but the fact that Jackson was attempting to forage and part of his failure was, he picks a berry, tastes it, and goes spits it out because it's bitter. They were totally insulted by that, and they are moving in to attack. They are 140 feet away, Borman. What would you like to do?
I would like to stand right next to the campfire,
Okay.
and hold my arrow in it to catch it on fire.
Okay, so
And
you
then,
are lighting an arrow.
yeah.
I would assume you're invisible, right?
No, I'm camping, hanging out.
Okay.
I'm in my +1 leather armor, and I'm in my woods mode.
Gotcha.
So, my plan right now is to shoot fire arrows at them.
Okay. This is an interesting. This is interesting. So it doesn't say that they take additional damage. It says that treants distrust fire and anybody who wields it.
Well, they already don't like us, so whatever.
Yeah, it's not like I'm going to convince them to stop now.
Okay, so these guys, so you're lighting an arrow, and are you readying an action to loose it, or what are you doing?
I mean, they're coming. I just, big trees are walking towards us. I'm going to shoot a fucking fire arrow at it.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. All right, so I get 3 for my dex, 1 for my weapon specialization, and I don't think I get anything for range.
They speak their own long-winded and circuitous language.
Yeah, well, nat 20.
Oh, that's going to
Wow.
do max damage. And I would say they are going to make a save versus breath. No, not a save versus breath. Probably a save versus spells. Or fire. Fire!
Fire.
No. So this guy. So let's see. So your arrow.
That's the first one, and the closest one is who I've targeted.
What kind of bow are you using?
Longbow.
I guess your fighter half could use longbow, couldn't he?
I would hope so. I've got a weapon specialization in it.
Yeah. So he. Whoops. So he is going to do 6 points of damage. And the treant is on fire. I need to find a. Oh shit! I'm on fire. Icon. Probably not. I really need one.
Panicked.
Yeah, we'll do that. He. Oh shit! I'm on fire. And so he, you hit him, and some of the branches of him start to go up, and he's like flailing around because he is on fire. Next round, he will take another D4 points of fire damage. Alora, what would you like to do?
I have a scroll of Wall of Thorns. That seems like it might be really useful right now to try and like keep them from advancing on us.
Yeah, okay.
See? I don't know.
You're gonna use plants on plants, huh?
Maybe.
Plant on plant
It
violence.
doesn't say that it doesn't say that they have any kind of special ability to avoid that.
I don't know what Wall of Thorns does. I don't remember either. I need to get on the
So
server.
let me take a look.
That's Druid spell, ain't it?
Yeah, I should be able to cast it.
Yeah, you got all those
It's
scrolls.
yeah, it's divine, so you'd be able to cast it. That is a good question. So, because of I'm constantly referencing these books. I've got the index of spells, index of monsters, and index of magic items out of the two books. Completely memorized. I'm just like page 244 to the index. So let's see here. Wall of Thorns, and they're all clickable. So that's nice. A barrier of tough, thorny plants is conjured at a point of the caster's choosing within range is 80 feet. It is 1 turn per level. This is a 5th level spell, so it will last 5 turns. The wall can be any size up to 1,200 square feet and may be shaped in any manner and to any dimensions the caster desires. For example, it may be a straight wall or curved into a protective circle. Enveloping creatures. Any creatures standing in a spot where the wall is conjured suffer damage equal to 1d8 plus their AC score. Oh, shit.
That's pretty good.
Pushing through. Creatures may push through the wall, but suffer damage equal to 1d8 plus their AC score for every 10 feet. Ascending AC. If using the optional rules for ascending armor class, the damage inflicted by the thorns is 1d8 plus 19 minus AAC score. Oh boy, that's complicated. Yeah. Thank God we're not doing that. Hacking through the wall. It is possible and does not inflict damage on those breaking through. It takes 4 turns to chop through a 10-foot section. Jesus, that is a serious wall of thorns. It takes 40 minutes to cut through this wall of thorns for just a 10-foot section. And the wall is unharmed by normal fire, but magical fire will burn it away completely in 2 turns.
Okay. Well, we could just avoid this shit completely.
So the wall could be any size up to 1,200 square feet.
Yeah, could I put it in a circle around them? Could I envelop them in it?
Yeah, you certainly could do that. I mean, there is no reason why not. So yeah, you cast from the spell. You can remove the spell from your list, and you see this hedge of thorns completely envelop around these 18-foot tall treants. We'll see.
They're good and stuck.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Malachi, what would you like to do? Oh, wait. So they were 140 feet away. You wouldn't be able to do the thorns around them, but you could do the wall 80 feet in front of them. So they'd have to, if they want to come to you, they have to go through the wall.
Or they would go around it, right? Okay, if
It's
they're not,
1,200 square feet, so that's a really big wall, depending on how tall you want it to be and how long. Or you could do it around your entire party, so they have to get through it in order to get to you.
okay, well, shit, if it's not within range yet, then I was gonna try and trap them mostly. I'll bless everybody and move
Okay.
closer, I suppose.
Okay. So yeah, you can move your encounter rate closer. Probably isn't your encounter rate's like what, 20 feet?
30.
Oh, yeah. So you can move 30 feet closer. And so everybody is blessed. You get a, what is that, +1?
+1 to hit some damage.
Yeah. There you go. All right. So everybody's blessed. I'm
If we
sorry.
get closer, I'll
Mal-
do something super badass, though.
I'm sorry. I think we skipped Malachi. Malachi, what do you want to do? I mean, you're both going on 4, so.
He's gonna cry about being skipped.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow Borman's thing and light a bolt on fire and shoot it through my +1 crossbow.
All right.
What I'm gonna do. Yeah. So this will be.
Oh my God, he
Plus.
did it again.
All right.
Oh,
So are
shit.
you
Same
shooting-
guy.
Are you're gonna do the same guy?
Yeah.
All right.
Go the other way. We mean you no harm. We just want to burn down a few trees and slaughter a few herds of animals. It's no concern of you.
He makes his morale check. He is pissed off and on fire, but it's kind of like the top of his head is now on fire. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Gentry will step to the front of our party and just prepare himself for when they get closer, because Gentry doesn't have the movement to rush them, so he's going to take up a defensive stance.
Okay. The treants move. Oh, they all move 20 feet closer to you, and they. They're gonna save that.
I don't like the way he said that.
No, but their movement rate makes me think as long as we, back the fuck up each round, we don't really ever have to worry about them meleeing us.
I don't think melee is the biggest concern with them for some reason. They are ginormous creatures. I believe that they're going to start throwing shit at us very soon.
Probably.
So they are now 90 feet away from Mavis. They are 110 feet away from everybody else. That's all they're doing so far. Jackson, what would you like to do?
Jackson would like to be like, get me on the broom. Maybe we can use diplomacy.
Oh?
After we lit him on fire, I don't know.
Yeah, one of them's... Yeah,
Oh, that's a good point.
he's
We're too
concerned.
far gone for diplomacy.
Kind of over. Yeah. Sorry, dude.
There's
Maybe
the
I
dude
could.
on.
Treants have heads?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, they have... yeah, they
They
like
have like a face in the
not.
trunk.
Yeah, there's like a face set into the top of the trunk.
It's like they've got dreads and a bedhead at the same time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't think that my Vorpal will do much good, even if I were to get a nat 20. I don't think I can chop off a tree's head.
I
are
mean,
we
it doesn't
wanting-
say they don't have heads. I would say, yeah, they do.
Okay.
But keep in mind they're 18 feet tall. I mean, that's a hell of a sword if you can get a nat. If you get a nat 20 and just cut the top of a tree off,
we
spell
could
it.
try to escape if you want.
I mean, if you want to give Dentry the movement, then yeah, because otherwise he's moving at the same speed as them.
Right. That's a problem.
Okay. Well, we'll see how the turn turns out then.
I mean, I'm all for it. I just know that Dentry ain't moving fast. We're gonna
Okay.
take this sweet time.
All right.
All right. Well, I mean, are you down to get me on the? Well, no. You know what? Screw it.
If you ride on the fucking broom, dude, you get all kinds of movement speed.
The back end
Yeah.
will hang down a little
We
bit.
can't get to their heads with the Vorpal.
I mean, yeah,
You
they're
could-
18 feet up, but I mean, you've done aerial acrobatics before.
The broom has 80 encounter speed on it.
I mean, if you want to get me on a broom and I can start hacking at them from up high, you could be the
Yeah,
pilot, I could be the gunner.
All right, let's do it. Make it happen.
So Jackson's grabbing the broom.
He's hopping on the ass end of it and saying, "Let's go!" Right?
Okay. So Jackson hops onto the ass end of the broom. Borman, what are you doing?
I mean, it's not really looking like we've done a whole bunch of damage to dude. He's just kind of on fire and still coming strong.
He seems he made his morale check. Rather than running off, he's pissed that, and the rest of them are kind of upset at the fact that you lit him on fire. That's like, now not only have you picked some berries and spit them out and killed a deer in the forest, but you lit one of them on fire. You guys are fucking bad. You must be destroyed.
The time for diplomacy is gone.
Yeah, well, he gets. I mean, I give him a D4 for love, fire, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's gonna take fire damage. So he's gonna take another 3 points
of that, and I guess I will do it again. I will fucking. God, we're not getting a lot. I'm afraid they're gonna do a whole bunch of damage real hard. I mean, Borman's like, I think we should run.
We haven't even attacked yet. We've just been, other than your arrows, nobody else has actually attacked.
Yeah. I will take some leaves or kind of greenish brush around or anything.
Yeah, there's forest all around you.
I will take a huge scoop of stuff that I think will smoke really hard, and I will throw it on the fire.
Okay.
And then I will get so the fire is between me and the imps and start heading on down the trail.
Okay. So you dump a bunch of green.
And I want to hand Dentry a potion of speed.
Oh, we out. Alrighty.
Okay, so you dump a fistful or a big bundle of snowy leaves and pine needles and whatnot onto the fire. Roll a d6. Okay. So the fire kind of dies a little bit, and then just starts to a plume of smoke starts to come out of your fire pit. And which direction are you going? Are you heading back up towards? Are you running towards the ruins or into the forest, or what are you doing?
We're headed to the keep. That seems like a safe place. Safe haven,
Okay.
Let's go that way. Yeah, so I'll just kind of. I mean, if it depends really on the direction they're at right now. I'm just the immediate thing to do.
They are
is to
south
get away.
of you.
Okay, so I want to go north with the fire in between us.
Okay, so what's your movement rate?
30 feet right now.
Okay,
I'm in leather armor.
So you book at 30 feet, and Alora, you've got so Jackson is sitting on the back of your broom.
We're gunning it towards the treants.
Okay, so you head towards the treants. Uh, did Alora want to make an attack of any kind?
I think maybe if I'm close enough to envelop them and to do a wall of thorns around them, I would like to use the scroll if I can.
Sure, you can do that. So let me.
We'll see if Jackson still wants to try and behead one after they're kind of trapped, or if we should just leave.
I will use the.
I'm gonna make a roll for that.
Yeah.
Just giving them a cobweb icon to show that they are enveloped. So Alora casts her spell scroll, and you see this 1,200 square foot wall of thorns spring up from the forest around these treants, and so on because you are within range, Jackson will be able to make his attack on his turn. Mavis, what would you like to do?
Probably try and run away. I only have blunt weapons. Nobody's hurt.
You're gonna follow Borman?
Yeah, my movement rate sucks. So yeah.
Okay, so you take off, clank, 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 clank.
Oh wait! I got one thing I can do. Maybe I should do it. Yeah. I could cast insect plague on them.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna go in the ruins and probably be not in a place where I can do it.
Does Mavis have call lightning yet?
No.
I was gonna say, man, because yeah, that could wreak some fucking havoc, and it is overcast gray skies, so like. Okay, so what are you casting?
I have insect plague.
Okay.
Ooh, termites.
I was just gonna say. Yeah.
Range is 480 feet, so I can do it.
Yeah, you can.
480.
60-foot diameter swarm of flying insects with the following properties: 20 feet per round movement. Within the area, the swarm is obscured. 2 hit dice or less creatures are driven away. These are 8 hit dice creatures.
Oh shit.
But that'll make it harder for them to get out of the.
And you have to concentrate on the spell. But so vision within the area will be obscured. So you cast Insect Swarm, and you see a swarm of termites spring up into existence in the middle of the hedge, or of the wall of thorns. You can see this swarm of black insects kind of hanging over these treants.
Do damage, or does it just make it hard? It mostly drives things away and fucks with their vision.
Yeah, it just says that vision is obscured and creatures of 2 hit dice or less are driven away.
Okay, we can get out of here then.
So they're essentially, their vision is obscured. I don't necessarily know that they're blinded, but they can't. Not only can they not see through the wall of thorns, but there's a cloud of termites around them. And so then you book it 20 feet toward, following Borman. Malachi, what are you doing?
Malachi is going to see everybody making haste in a general direction, and he will follow.
Okay, so you're just gonna book it and follow him.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's no point. I mean, I think we've successfully made it so we can get away unscathed, and that's what we need to do. I mean, that's what we're doing. So
Okay. Dentry, what are you doing?
Gentry will indeed move with the party, seeing the wall of thorns and stuff. All right, we're not fighting this fight. He's with it. He goes away too.
Okay. So you're booking it after Mavis.
Clang, clang, clang.
Yes. But wait, there's more.
Of course. There was others that weren't trapped and they've decided to come along.
Oh no, better than that.
Oh, what? Better than that. Oh, better. They take over the Wall of Thorns.
Nine, 10, 11, and 12. The treants, within 60 feet of them, animate. Each one can animate 2 trees. The trees fight as treants, but only have a movement rate of 30-10. So they are not as fast as the treants, but they will go on initiative 5. And so they animate, the treants animate 12 of these.
Oh man, we're gonna have to start a forest fire.
And
I think we'll still get away. I mean, they've only got 10 movement feet. I mean, we're the ones that have.
Okay.
Yeah, we're. I mean, the real question is, can they really track us well?
And then the treants. So it says, let's see. So their AC score is 2. So Allura, roll 1d8 plus 2.
Ready?
Malachi owes that guy a D4 of damage for being on fire.
Yes, he does.
So
he'll take
that guy
4.
Yeah.
So, and he will take another 9. And this guy will take 9. And this guy will take 9. This guy. This guy. This guy. The treants then begin to push through the wall of thorns, taking damage, trying to follow the party. They're trying to push through towards the party. Jackson, you are on the back of the broom. Probably, I would imagine, probably above, probably 25 feet above these 18-foot. Because I don't believe Allura would be within reach, And treants being trees, they have very long reach with their long, in this case, literally limbs. So what does Jackson want to do? I mean, you can do a full-on anime moment here.
Oh, hell no. No. I'm not sacrificing myself into the Wall of Thorns. No.
Hold on. Well, they're pushing through the Wall of Thorns.
All right, well, first things first, do I see the rest of the party dipping out? Because we kind of beelined it for them. Do I notice that the rest of the party turned and went the other way?
It is foggy conditions. You don't.
You also don't hear them coming up and helping. So that's like
Yes, you don't hear them coming up and helping, but
And I've seen no more flaming arrows.
You can hear clank, 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 and it seems to be getting further away, but you don't see shit because there's just a wall of fog around you. I mean, it's pea soup. You can barely see. You're having a hard time seeing Alora's ass, and you're riding on the same broom.
Gotcha. Okay. So, I guess the question is, do I realize that it happened, that they're going away, since the minimal information I have is no more arrows are coming, the clanking's getting farther away, and
I mean, I'll give you a wisdom ability check. You want to roll under your wisdom.
All right, wisdom. Wisdom is 9. Hell yeah!
Yeah.
The one time you want to know.
Crit success. Yeah, So, yeah, Jackson would realize in hearing the sound of Mavis and Dentry, seems like the clanking of their armor is getting further away. You would realize that they're probably booking it.
Then I shout to the treants, I apologize for incensing you. I never meant to disrespect your forest. We will leave post haste.
Okay.
And I tell her, get out of here. Let's just go.
Okay.
Drop me by Dentry, pick him up instead, and let's go.
Okay. So you tell her you're not going to fire your bow or as a parting.
Nope, not even gonna attack a little bit. Not even gonna. I'm like, let's get. My action is to apologize to them with as much as I can in the time that I have before telling her to dip out. And do I have like something I can throw at them as like a peace offering?
Roll a 2d6 plus or minus your charisma modifier.
I bet they really like oil. That one in fire, he loves oil.
They love oil.
2d6 minus 1, you say?
2d6 minus 1.
Because what's
we didn't
charisma?
mean to harm the forest. We just wanted to take its resources.
5?
A 5. So Jackson, apologizes as Alora is booking away, and you do see that the treants seem to slow down, like they're not following. They still are, raising their limbs slowly into the air and going on long rants about you getting off their lawn, but beyond that, they seem to be holding back, and the animated trees seem to be turning, and you can see the tops of the trees turning and kind of moving to circle around the treants. I will say that that actually worked for you, and you guys are able to run through the night and escape the combat, but you don't get any rest for that night, so you don't restore any of your spell slots. You basically are running from the camp for your lives for the rest of the evening.
Do we get to make it further because of that, or?
Yeah, I would say so. So, yeah, you travel, and now I need to make another map. That's okay because I have it pulled up. Where is Gurnstrahp? There it is. This is one of those cases where it's good that I didn't just willy-nilly add maps because I don't know where you're going. Which is kind of exciting. It's exciting that this hex map is working out the way I intended.
We generally don't know where we're going until we get there.
Yeah.
True.
I'd say
One will be like, I just didn't think they had any treasure maps or anything. Not worth it.
And I'm going to
There's
want to...
no point in killing anything if we can't loot the corpse, guys.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Got bark in their
Well,
pockets.
believe it or not, Treants have treasure type C. So, I mean...
What?
Well,
Where?
probably kept tucked into their trunks, into the hollows.
if they were 8 hit dice and then they had all those other little, I mean, that would have been brutal.
Yeah, it would have been really, really hard.
Yeah, they were like 36 hit points each, and then they animated 12 of those trees that were also 36 hit points each. So, yeah, that could have been, not every encounter is meant to be taken straight on.
How much damage would they have dealt on an individual attack?
They do. They get 2 fist attacks that deal 2d6 damage each.
Oh, damn, that's a lot of trees. They would have just curb stomped us. Like all of them just jumped us at once, and
They'd have logged you.
yeah, like we might have won, but we would have been hurting.
Okay. Running through the night, you come upon a small river that is running through. Actually, this is not where you're at. You are on the south side of the river.
Cool. I can finally do some fishing, maybe.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
you could. Is Alora the fisherman, or is it Mavis?
It's Alora.
The witch.
It's just weird.
The witch. Yeah, the goth witch. Well, have you seen the video of the goth chick that drives the tractor out on a corn or a wheat farm?
No.
Yeah, there's this total goth chick, and she looks like she probably weighs 90 pounds soaking wet, and that's including the makeup that she's wearing, and she's climbing up into this gigantic John Deere wheat thresher, and in her platform goth boots, and driving this wheat thresher, going through and harvesting wheat, living out on a farm in the middle of Iowa somewhere. There's this gothy chick, and yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, not all farmers dress the same, I guess. Lesson learned. So you come up. Where is Gurnstrahp? Oh, but wait. What's the weather like today? Well, Tom, a gentle snowfall has started to fall throughout the night of your travels. It will be collecting upwards of another 3 feet of snow. Temps are anywhere from -19 to 0. It is quite cold as you are trudging through the snow. Hey, good thing you don't have any halflings. They'd be, buried in the halflings and gnomes would be buried in the snow.
We've actually invested in snowshoes and shit.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, and crampons.
Yeah, now would probably be the time to strap on some snowshoes. Here we go. So, across this icy, cold river that is flowing through this area, you can see across the river that there is a very dilapidated tent, several holes through it. There is snow piled up inside the tent, and there are several fallen trees around the area. The tent's canvas is torn in several places. And there, you can make out through the holes in the canvas of the tent that there are several snow-covered bedrolls inside. There are 3 trees here that have fallen across the stream that would allow you to cross over. They are snow covered, and so you will have to be obviously careful. There's snow and ice all over them. The tent itself, you can just from across the river, you can tell that this has been here for numerous years. There are holes torn in it. The elements have gotten inside. It is a mess. Beyond that, you can see that there are the ruins of what was once a fairly large keep built up here. No sign of who may have actually built it or what.
Hmm.
And as far as crossing the river, I mean, well, that's broom. We shuttle on the broom.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Okay,
mean,
so
Yep.
you're gonna take your
Nobody's
time to shuttle on the broom.
yeah, take like Dentry over there first, and then maybe Borman or Samuel, start tanking it up
So
over
Mavis
there
can just
first.
walk across with
yeah,
the
Mavis
ring.
can walk across. So Alora who's the first one that Alora is taking across?
Probably Malachi,
Okay.
because they're
All right,
special friends.
yeah, I will go over there
Okay.
and be like, oh, maybe we'll see some dead bodies in the tent. Oh, I hope they're only half rotted. That's my favorite state to catch.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to get a relationship going with Alora, nothing makes a witch wetter than hearing about dead bodies, and
Yeah,
especially if
that's
they're partially
all.
rotted. That's
Yeah,
gonna get her clocks going.
yeah.
Have you ever seen mushrooms grow on a corpse?
Oh yes, it's amazing.
Oh
Oh,
my God, they're flirting with each other. Have you ever seen?
yeah.
Okay, whoever wants to go next.
Well, just to wait just a moment.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, we're
So
over
it
here
is
still.
going to be an animal. Table B. What kind of animal is it? Really?
Our 3 softest characters are on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
So that's
I mean, at least they've got Mavis. Mavis can hold her own.
this is really weird.
They can just go out onto the water or over it if it's anything too scary.
Well, it's not scary. It's not scary at all. It's
We're gonna hunt. This is dinner.
now I'm gonna I have to work this into the story somehow. Very strange.
Is Jackson gonna get a new pet finally?
Potentially. I mean,
Man, what would Jackson needs is a pet owlbear.
there's 5 of these things. All right.
Ooh, yeah. I'm excited, and I don't know why.
Some interesting information came out of the sample analysis that Mars or SAM instrument. Okay. So SAM can measure gases in the atmosphere. You can also measure gases that are.
So Alora, Malachi, you guys come across the river, and Mavis, you ferry people, or you just walk across the river, because you're Mavis and you've got the ring.
Nice. Yeah.
And you see over here,
Doodle.
just kind of grazing on whatever scrub grass that they can find that's poking up out of the snow. You see that there are 5 mules there. They don't have a harness. They're not tied to the tree. I guess wild mules, which I imagine can happen.
They could have been from the adventuring party.
Yeah, but they're not tied up or anything. They don't
Right.
have any kind of saddle or packs or rope. They are just there. There's 5 of them.
Oh my.
Wow. Well, I mean, there's no reason to interact too much with them, is there? I mean, while we get other people, I mean, would they like a bite of an iron ration?
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, I mean, possibly because iron rations do include dried fruits and whatnot. There are, um, dried apples and
Yeah,
dried apricots and whatnot.
yeah,
So yeah, I
yeah,
mean, if you want to feed them one of the dried fruits from your iron rations, you could.
yeah. Sure. Well, it's snowing and stuff, so grazing is probably got to be kind of fucking hard pickings right now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. We could try and befriend them.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
try.
then we'll have something to carry our stuff when we get all
That's
our
what I'm
winnings.
thinking. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Hi, friends. Do you like to carry heavy loads for long distances with little gratification? Oh, yeah.
With little gratification.
They'll
So
probably fight with us too. Mules are
yeah,
kind of.
mules can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, let's kick it.
Does anybody have the secondary skill of animal trainer? Probably not.
Not me.
Malachi is a
Nope.
bookmaker.
Wow.
Not. Okay, so I was just wondering.
Professor and a
I make
baker,
alcohol.
a furrier.
Yeah, you're a boozer. So who is Alora ferrying over next?
Whoever wants to go, hop on.
Okay. Who do you?
Jackson wants to go because he really wants to get a look at these mules.
Okay.
Come on over, Jackson. I can't move your
Without the
token.
skill, can I tame them?
So there is, yeah. Let me take a look at Ranger. Does it say anything about that? So there is a class that's kind of halfway between, like, I guess, like Barbarian and Ranger. There is a class called Beastmaster that they are specifically designed to do shit like this. But I would say Rangers probably. I would say that a Ranger probably has a better chance. But Malachi, you can roll. Malachi, roll 2d6 plus or minus your charisma modifier.
So -1. Okay.
Holy shit, that's pretty good. So you're trying to feed the mules. This first mule that you find, you're trying to feed him some dried apples from your um,
Yeah, pick
ration
some
pack.
ticks off its ear, you know.
And it kind of it grabs the slice of dried apple and kind of chews on it, and just goes back to eating the scrubby grass under this tree. He doesn't really particularly give a shit about Malachi at all. This mule acts completely uninterested in Malachi. He's just like, whatever. Yeah, sure, I'll eat the apple, and then goes back to eating scrub grass. Jackson, what do you want to do? And Alora, who's going over with Alora next?
I guess it should be Dentry and then
Then Borman.
Borman should be next. Yeah, because if shit goes down on the other end, I mean, I'm the best with the longbow.
You
So,
can be
I mean,
invisible too, so you could probably be fine by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jackson, how are you trying to woo the mule?
I have no effing clue.
I mean, you can try with the dried fruit as well.
Yeah, I'll try with the dried fruit and some water.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus or minus your charisma modifier, but you get a +2 automatically off the top.
So 2d6
'Cause you're a
plus
ranger.
1. So 2d6 plus 1 is... I said 2d6. 9.
So yeah, you kind of step up and are offering it the same thing. And again, this mule just, I don't know, mules are kind of dicks. They're stubborn, and it eats the dried fruit, and it takes some of the water, and then just goes back to chewing on the scrub grass.
Okay.
Do we have any harnesses or materials with which to...
I mean, you got rope.
We caught rope.
All right. I'll take a little bit of rope and see if I can kind of like make a makeshift. See if it'll be okay with having a rope around his neck. See how this goes. It's so disinterested that I'm going to try and be like, hey, man, it's come with me.
Roll a charisma ability check.
Fuck. Nope.
The mule is pissed off about that, and it kicks its legs up, like it looked like it as you were trying to tie the rope around its neck. It kicks its back feet up, plants its front feet and kicks backwards towards Malachi, but completely whiffs it, misses Malachi completely. It's not pleased with the idea, and it's braying and carrying on, honking and making a lot of noise. And so Alora ferries Borman over, and you guys can see this. There's this tent as Malachi and Jackson are fucking with the mules.
We try and rest for a bit since we didn't get much of a chance to.
Yeah, you could go ahead and set up a camp here and make camp for a day, because it is early morning.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna poke around here for a minute, we did a day and all that. We could take down that other tent, that tent, and just put ours up. Right?
I agree.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Put a good tent there.
Yeah. Maybe.
I say we search the area of the tent, though. See if there's anything that was buried under the snow.
So
there's another tent up here too.
As you are making a camp here, in the distance you can hear the sound of thunder, and the snow picks up. It's going to snow another 4 feet, but the thunder is of a serious concern, because that can cause avalanches and things of that nature. And it looks like this snow is going to carry on for the next couple of days. And the temperature seems to be dropping. Temps are ranging between -15 and 10.
Yeah.
How tall is that wall? Like right here?
Well, I will tell you. So first, the wall. That wall is 20 feet tall. But the tent, like I said, there are snow-covered bedrolls inside, but it doesn't look like there's anything else inside.
We could take logs and stuff, maybe 10, 12 feet long, and just lean them up against the wall. Make a relatively sturdy shelter that has a steep incline so snow won't build up so high on it. I mean, we could do that and put a little fire towards one end to trap the heat. I think we should get prepared to get snowed in here for a while before we poke around too much.
I agree.
Yeah.
Better to get snowed in here than get snowed in further up outside with no kind of sturdy shelter.
Yeah, and the quickest way we get a sturdy shelter is to make like a lean-to structure against the fucking wall that's obviously stood here forever.
So
I concur.
through the snow and whatnot, um, uh, Jackson and Malachi, up here you can see that there's another tent. Looks like some kind of supply bivouac. It that tent is also shredded and torn. And you can see that there are a number of hooved tracks in the snow. Probably your guess is probably from the mules.
Yeah.
And you see that there are a number of shattered supply crates, under and around the bivouac tent.
I say we go give it a look-see.
Yeah, I mean, at least a glance over. For the most part, really want to look for long poles and shit to make our thing, but this is well within our range. Sure.
While we're doing that, maybe let's have the less heavy fighter people do that, and we'll go get big stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Malachi and Jackson are heading up there. Who else?
Now Jackson's gonna
Norman
go
will
look
be-
for logs because he's equipped for that.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
you're over here looking for logs. I mean, there's logs all over the place.
But like good, I'm making sure that they're good, sturdy ones, not ones that are gonna crap out on us.
Right, right.
And Borman will be with the muscle team,
Should we take
Looking
the
to-
logs that are going across the river and use them in the lean-to too? Then people can't come over on them.
Those are some pretty big logs. I mean,
Oh,
That's
okay,
gonna be a
that's
heavy.
they're like fallen tree type logs.
Never mind then.
Yeah, we have to get Team Mule on our side before this, and he's steadily rolling dice.
We have a potion of giant strength, I think, but that would kind of be a waste. So
Yeah, we could cast Spectral Steed and pull the logs with the Ghost Steed.
So right about here, Alora, you are kind of, going through the snow, heading up here. You see that there's an old fire pit here, and you step down in the snow, and there is the sound of an iron bear trap or a foothold trap snaps around Alora's ankle.
oh no! Ah,
Why
Help
didn't we?
me.
Alora takes 5 points of damage from
Okay.
the foothold trap, and she's kind of stuck. It is chained to a spike a long spike in the ground.
that's
So
so rude.
She's
Somehow all these damn mules didn't trigger that shit.
right.
Well, Malachi will help undo the bear trap. Be
Okay.
like,
So
oh,
Magus too.
So
Yeah.
she is at half movement until she is healed.
Well, she can heal herself. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
and we'll retrieve the bear trap to give to Borman, so he'll have two again.
Yeah, you can do that. So
And-
this bivouac tent has been torn by something sharp that resembles large claws.
Can we reset the bear trap
You could.
and like warn everybody not to do what we just did? Because this
there might-
combined with the claw marks makes me think bear is around.
Yeah, there might be more of these bear traps around too. We might.
I will allow Alora. So if does Alora heal herself? I take it.
Yeah, I rolled today. So we're good.
So Alora, roll a d6.
5.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, they look like they might be claws or something. They're long shreds in the tent fabric. The shattered crates look like at one time they held iron rations and other sundries, probably for the party of scholars. They've all been smashed open, and the contents have been taken. And there are numerous tracks around the area, but I mean, Jackson isn't there, so he's not going to be able to really tell much. But what you guys can make out is that not all of them are hooved. Some appear to be they look like just barefooted human, like bare feet in the snow.
Did
Wow.
Oh,
we
these
hear
are
the
just weird.
scream of pain?
You what?
Did we hear the scream of pain when the bear trap snapped?
Oh, I'm sure you did. Yeah.
Okay, Jackson rushes over after hearing the scream of pain.
Okay. Go ahead. Jackson can make his tracking check.
Borman will attempt to climb up on the wall.
Okay. What
Oh,
about,
I found whatever needed to be found.
I assume Dentry's going to run towards the scream of pain as well.
Yeah, but he's gonna take his sweet ass time because armor and shit.
So
I rolled a 1.
yeah. So
I know everything there is to know about all tracks ever.
right. So Jackson, you see that there is barefooted human tracks and large hooved creatures. These hooves appear to be slightly larger than what would have been from the mules. And they head to the northeast. And take a look at this map. They go in that direction.
All right.
I convey all of this to the party.
Yeah. I mean, we can spend this time exploring, or we can spend this time preparing. But the storm is coming. The blizzard is coming.
I want to try and track that a little bit before the storm comes, because once the storm comes, that's all gone.
Okay.
All right.
We can prepare while you track. I think that's
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's not too far.
So this area, these are 20-foot walls. This one's partially crumbled, and of course there's a big hole in the wall here. But these 20-foot walls are going to give you some shelter, which is why this bivouac tent was originally here.
What about here?
You could go there as well. I mean, that is almost entirely enclosed by a 20-foot wall.
That seems better.
Yeah. We can even
Okay.
cut down that tree,
Yeah.
and get it going. So I guess we're all going to be working over here. And due to the fact, I think we need to start sticking together, if y'all don't mind.
Yeah.
There's signs of things. Or, we could build a fire in this area and maybe start having the weaker, less strong people clear away snow and shit. Get us a firm bedding and begin doing all the things that people do when they're getting ready to.
So is Jackson going with the rest of the group over to this other area to make camp?
Borman will give
Jackson
Borman will give Jackson the ring of invisibility and say,
Well,
"Go on with your fast
Jackson's
ass."
practically invisible anyways.
Yeah, hell yeah, Jackson, go on with your fast ass. We'll start.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my thing with my speediness and my tracking hood up, and the tracks go this way. So I want to kind of scout the area just to make sure that we're not going to run into anything where we're building up our shelter.
Okay. So you kind of get up here.
Yes.
I'll come to you in just a minute. So you guys over here, so I assume Dentry is probably clearing. Dentry and Borman are clearing out snow and whatnot. Both Dentry and Borman roll a d6. Okay. So, Borman. So when you get to this area, there is an old well that is here that is practically buried in the snow, and you clear it away, and you see that there are numerous tracks here as well, that kind of go this way, and some go here.
Okay.
And this wall is crumbled, and But like I said, for the most part, this area is probably one of the more well sheltered. These are 20-foot tall walls, and as you are checking out this old well that's buried in the snow, you see that there is a fresh rope that is tied to the pulley at the top that drops down into the well. And I mean, this rope looks brand new.
And I don't see anything down.
Yeah, you look. So you look down the well, and you can see that the rope, the rope stops about 10 feet above the water line in the well, and there is a leather bag tied to the end of the rope.
I've got to pull that shit up and look at that. I mean, I'm sorry, but that just goes, oh, I think I found a treasure. And I'm going to look for traps and then start pulling the rope up.
Okay. Go ahead and make a traps check. Yeah, you don't find any traps.
All right, let's pull the rope up.
Okay. You pull the rope up, and in this bag, the first thing you find a bunch of coins.
Oh, yeah, that means Brian's got to write that shit down.
So there are 50 gold pieces,
50 GP,
200 silver pieces,
200 SP,
hold on here, and 400 copper pieces.
400 CP.
I was really kind of hoping that there would be a entrance to something down in there, but
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
it's going to be one of those things where he fucking makes us wait a week to deal with whatever the fuck comes out of the well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or whatever I'm tracking.
Can we just put something over the top of the well then?
I hope.
Or maybe if we have a bell or something, we could make it, like put a string over it.
I mean, we're definitely taking the bag of loot, though. I don't see how we would not take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if that triggered the event, then fucking Borman is definitely untying the bag of loot from the rope. There's nothing else he would be doing at this point in time.
Oh crap!
That's a dragon?
Oh man. Okay.
You sure you want to take that loot?
Oh man, Borman would be taking the loot. I mean, until he knows the dragon is there.
Are you sure you want to take that loot? Yeah. Can I pet that dog?
I know, man. That's what you're doing. Got to pet that dog. Pet the dog. No, don't pet the dog. I'm gonna pet that dog. Pet the dog. Pet it.
Oh,
pet the dog.
No. Don't pet that dog.
Oh, that fucking dog. Can't hear you, Chris.
This is not good.
Sorry. So, Borman, Malachi, Laura, Mavis, and Dentry roll a d6.
5 and 6.
Okay. Okay. And Dentry.
Oh, yeah, Dentry, yeah. I was like, that wasn't me, but yeah, forget I'm two people sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys aren't surprised, but way up in the sky, coming over the top, I would say probably a good 50 feet above the treetops, you see a gold dragon flying overhead.
They're supposed to be good.
Are
Yeah,
they?
that's true. Yeah,
I know.
they are lawful.
That's the theory.
Okay. All right.
Lawful and good are not exactly the same thing.
You know,
Right,
that's
yeah, they're
yeah,
lawful alignment, and I mean, so are treants, though. So,
Like I said,
yeah.
you know,
Um,
there's that.
hi, Mr. Dragon, Beast,
Sure.
Man. You
Well,
know,
he's flying overhead. Meanwhile, Jackson, roll a d6.
sure.
So, first of all, Jackson is surprised by the dragon.
No, I'm not.
no, he's
Oh
not.
no, you're not. No, you're not. That's right, because you're a ranger. So, yeah, you see the dragon as well, and Jackson just kind of hunkers down. But you did roll. I'll let you roll a d6 again if you want, or you can keep the 2. Your choice. The 2 failed. I'll tell you that. So okay. So either way, you failed. And you come up here.
I'm like, what did I fail?
Well, you're being. I assume you're being stealthy,
I was trying to.
and so you have a 1 in 6 chance of being stealthy because you're not a thief or a assassin or what have you.
Don't rangers get sneak in the wilderness out?
I do have an
You
advanced.
do have so 3 and 6. If you kept that 2, then you would have been stealthy. So yes.
Well, you wouldn't have made me re-roll
Right.
it if it was good.
Yeah, you are stealthed. These are these.
See, that's why it's good to tell me what I'm rolling for.
Right, right.
Tell me I'm rolling. Don't tell me why.
He's got a magic cloak that says he's sneaky.
It means he can't be seen. It doesn't mean that he's being stealthy.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Because he could
I still have
be
to move
heard.
silently. And that's what the
Right.
other roll.
Right. So yeah,
Makes
you
sense.
are able to sneak up.
Spiders?
No.
No, werebears.
Werebores. So you come up here and you see that this is yes, 3. There are stacked rocks around this area in here, and a lot of rubble. And you see that all of these tracks from multiple directions all lead here. And you notice that the rocks are stacked up in a manner of they were stacked this way on purpose, like it's a hunting blind. And there is a layer of snow over it that has caused it to be fairly actually this guy would be here to be fairly cleverly disguised. And all of these tracks lead in this area. You count that there are 5 werebores that are hiding in the blind.
Okay. I continue on my way with my stealthiness, circling around back towards the party.
Okay,
So
so
going
you come back
this
down
way.
here to let them know, what's going on.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Did you see the dragon?
Yeah. So if that dragon wasn't bad enough, we also have some werebores over here.
Well, it'd be neat if the dragon ate the werebores.
The dragon just continues on its merry way, flies overhead, and keeps going. And
Aw,
just keeps
what?
going. Yeah.
Man. Well, I guess that was kind of cool to see.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we could try to call out to it.
I suppose if I had disturbed the werebores, maybe the dragon would have seen that.
How close did the dragon get to us?
Well, I mean, these trees are really tall, but he was like 50 feet above the tops of the trees.
Oh,
Wow.
all right. So I informed the party of the werebores.
Okay.
I, uh,
And I mean,
you know,
they're literally
I,
what? I mean,
50 feet away.
I've got
yeah,
a potion
60
of
feet.
we've got a potion of controlled dragon that would give us control of the dragon for a period of time.
Let's not randomly control a lawful dragon that left us alone.
Yeah, that might piss it off.
Save
Well,
that
I
for a
mean,
When
dragon
that
that's
potion wears
inherently
off,
very.
it's gonna be a mighty
Very
murmuring.
mad.
yeah,
Save
you
that
know
for a
me.
dragon
Okay.
that's actually coming at us.
We'll just
All
prepare
right.
to smite
I
the
will. Yeah,
werebores.
I will not do anything stupid.
Mhm.
And yeah, but calling out to the dragon, saying, "Hi, would you like to parlay?" I can't see how, you know, unless there'd be a lore that needs to do that. Yeah,
Yeah, make the
yeah,
witch who has the better charisma do that. I mean, you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
right now, because you have gone an entire night without rest, and you haven't made camp yet, and you've been in this area for an hour. You're now at a -2 to ability checks and attack rolls.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Well, that's fair.
what I will do is I'm gonna mark your characters because you's tired.
We shall this.
And we will pick this up next week with what your decision to do about the camp and these werebores is.
Right on.
But
Well,
All right.
before then, you all get 1,962 XP.
1,962?
Correct.
Okay.
1,900.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he said.
1,962.
Was it the tree ants?
Yes. The treants were whether you ran away or you killed them, you dealt with them. So you get the XP for it.
Well, that now means that Malachi got just a little bit tougher.
Well, hey, give that necromancer a level.
I sure will. Let's just roll this D4 real quick and see how that works.
Where do I find this beast tamer class you were talking about?
Beastmaster class is in. It's in one of the carcass crawlers. Let me take a look.
Where do I find the carcass crawler?
They are on the server, and
right.
it is not that one. I mean, I think it's in one.
11, 11.
That's all elfy elves stuff.
12,
Goblins
11.
and Gargantua. Maybe it is the third one. Yes. Carcass Crawler issue number 3.
Okay. I think I need to find my link to the server.
Okay.
Or you could send it to
I
me.
can get you that. But yeah, the Beastmaster, so they have attempt to forge a bond. They have animal companions. Forge a bond with an encountered animal. If the attempt succeeds, the animal becomes the Beastmaster's loyal companion. The Beastmaster must approach a single animal in a peaceful manner. The referee makes a reaction roll. If the result is 8 or greater, the animal becomes the Beastmaster's companion. And this could be any kind of animal.
Like,
They also get some other interesting things. So they can use any weapons. They can use leather, armor, chainmail, and shields. They can. They've got tracking. Beastmaster gains a +1 bonus to reaction rolls made when interacting with animals, in addition to their charisma modifier. And From 2nd level, the Beastmaster can also understand the speech of animals. From 4th level, the Beastmaster can communicate empathetically with animals within sight without the need for words. Communication with animals is always commensurate to their intelligence.
Okay. That could be very useful.
Yeah, you could do a multi-class dip into Beastmaster.
Just got to check the stat prereqs to make sure I can do it.
Yeah, it has no requirements. Its prime requisites are strength and wisdom.
Oh.
And they get D6 for their hit dice.
Huh? Either way, I think I'm going to look in. I'm going to look into what other classes there are anyway, because I think my ranger, other than him getting a little bit of bard spellness, is kind of pretty solid right now.
Yeah, he would get druid spells at like what level is he?
6.
Yeah, at level 8 he starts to get some druid spells. He gets at
Yeah.
level 8 he gets one druid spell. So I mean, yeah, there's.
And he doesn't gain much else besides that.
No, I mean he can only go up to level 3 spells, and he doesn't get he only gets level 2 at like level 10. So.
Right. So other than improved tracking, there's not much more my ranger's going to get.
True.
Okay. Neither of my characters leveled up, so
All right.
I'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much.
All right, we will pick
Good
it up
night.
next week.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get you that link, and I will post that here in just a minute. But I will catch you guys next week at 12 o'clock for the next session.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. It was really fun.
All right. Have a good night,
Thank you.
guys.
You
You
too.
too. Thanks.